So today's session, like I promised you guys the other time, we're going to look at my trading strategy. So I'm going to be breaking down my trading strategy. So first of all, I want to say this out here. It's not just one thing. Do you understand that makes my trading strategy? Do you understand? It's not just one thing. There are a couple of things that form my trading strategy. And if you really don't understand things like market structure, things like zones, do you understand? Things like entries and entry confirmations is going to be pretty hard for you to actually get this forex trading strategy. But then it's actually a very simple strategy. Do you get? It's not that hard. It's straightforward, and then there is no too much English in it. It's just what it is. It's just as it is. Do you understand? So that's what we're going to be doing today. For those that are watching this video on YouTube, since they are not here, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the page. And if you're on the platform already, if you are not on our platform, that's the 123 Forex group chat, please, I'll be dropping the link. Let me see if I can get the link, and then I'll drop it for you guys so you can actually join so that you can be getting updates. Please off your mics. So now let's get started. So first of all, I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to give you guys an idea of what the strategy looks like. Yeah, let it be up there. Down here. Okay. I'm thinking of the best way to run this video. Okay, so okay, good. So first of all, the strategy has a couple of parts. Do you understand? The first part is market structure. Do you understand? So any strategy at all you're using in the forex market, you actually need to know market structure. Do you understand? You need to be able to identify whether the market is in an uptrend or is in a downtrend. And this strategy only works in trending markets. It doesn't work in ranging markets. Do you understand? So the market has to be in an uptrend or a downtrend. So first of all, let's say we're having let's say we're having, let's say, an uptrend or a downtrend. Do you understand? Let's say this is a downtrend, and then for an uptrend, something like this. So for an uptrend, something like this. Do you understand? So this strategy is more or less like a break and retest strategy. So whenever price breaks a certain level, do you understand? Like in this case now, price has broken to the upside to create a higher high. The rule of market structure there is that price needs to come back down, retest a certain level before going back up again. It has to come back down, retest a certain level before going up again. Do you understand? So now, having that knowledge here, what I basically do after price breaks a certain level is look for potential levels where price can come back and then what retest. This is where zones basically come in. Do you understand? So now most of the zones I use is either Fibonacci retracement and extension, or sometimes I tend to use support onto resistance, resistance onto support. So if it's resistance onto support, support onto resistance, support onto resistance here, what I basically do is highlight. In this case now, we have a resistance level here. And the rule of support and resistance is that whenever price breaks a certain resistance level, there's a potential that when next price comes back to that level, price can retest that level for a buy to the upside. Are you guys getting what I'm explaining?
Yes, sir.
So now having this knowledge, now what I basically do is anytime price breaks, I wait at this level. Do you understand? Whenever price taps this level, what I do now is go to the lower time frame. Now, this lower time frame is the 5 minutes time frame. So I get this structure like this on the 1 hour time frame. So on the 1 hour time frame, I identify that, okay, we're bullish. I highlight my zone. I wait for price to tap inside. Once price taps inside, where I basically go to now is the 5 minutes time frame. Now, what am I looking for on the 5 minutes time frame? I'm looking for a shift in market structure on that 5 minutes time frame. So now, if you understand the way price moves here, on the 1 hour time frame, we have just one push to the downside like this. On the 5 minutes time frame, we're going to have progressive movements. That's price creating series of lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Do you understand? If you are not conversant with this here, what I would like you to do is just go on a 1 hour time frame, highlight one move to the downside, go to the 5 minutes time frame, and then take a look at it. You see that progressive movement. Do you understand? So as price is tapping this zone where I want to buy, I want to see this downtrend on the 5 minutes change to an uptrend. Do you understand that? I want to see a shift in market structure on that lower time frame. Now, whenever price changes to an uptrend on this 5 minutes time frame, I still do the same thing I did on the 1 hour time frame. Highlight a resistance that has a potential to turn to a support. Why am I highlighting that level? I'm waiting for price to come back, tap that level, then that's where I enter my trade. So let me get okay, let's see. Long position. So now let me get my long position too. So my entry is at that level where price comes back to retest. Stop loss now be a few pips below that 5 minute level. That's that 5 minute low that broke above. Then my target is going to be the 1 hour high. One sec. My target is going to be the 1 hour. Oh, my target is going to be the 1 hour high. So what I'm looking for now is for price, as price has tapped here, price should basically retest that level and then what? Buy to the upside. So it's quite simple. So there are more or less like 3 parts here. So we have the part of you identifying structure, we have the part of you identifying your zone, and then waiting for price to tap inside that zone, then going to the 5 minutes time frame to look for that entry confirmation. Are you guys following me so far?
Yes, sir.
Good. So now I'm going to let me give you guys, let's go to our charts, and then I'll pick a random currency pair, and then we'll look for a buy example. So now I want to show you, I told you guys that I use either this or Fibonacci retracement. So I want to show you guys the difference in the case where I'm using Fibonacci retracement. So when it comes to using Fibonacci retracement, yeah. When it comes to using Fibonacci retracement, whenever price breaks a certain level, why is this not clicking on this? Whenever price breaks a certain level, yeah, what I just do is carry my Fibonacci retracement tool and then plot from the low to the high. In this case, now, since a buy is going to be from the low to the high, if it was for a sell, now it's going to be from the high to the low. So one sec, let me edit this Fibonacci. It has not been edited here yet. Okay, one sec, remove this. Remove it. So you guys can watch and then see how I basically edit my Fibonacci, change this to minus 0.27. 0.27 of this one of 0.5, change this to 0.79. Okay. Background expression rate. Expression. So now this is basically what my Fibonacci looks like. Yeah, I have this 100%, that's 79%. One sec, let me change this. It's showing in percentage. Can't I change this to just view? Okay. Appearance. Instead of showing percentage, no, not showing percentage. Yeah, good. It's better for it to show like this. So now I have the 0.79 level, 0.618 the zero, and then minus 0.27. Do you understand? So now what I'm looking at now is once price has tapped the key level here is the key level we're using Fibonacci retracement is that the 0.618 is our entry point. Do you understand? Stop loss a few pips below 0.79, target 0 or minus 0.27. This one is, I'll basically host another class to teach you guys how to use Fibonacci properly. Do you understand? But then the important thing there is that what I do is wait for price to tap the 0.618 level. Now, once price taps the 0.618 level, it's just like price tapping my support on resistance or resistance on support. That's my zone. That's my area of interest. So what I do next is I basically go to the lower time frame. That's the 5 minutes time frame, and then look for the same thing, shift the market structure on that lower time frame. Do you understand? Now, once I get that shift in market structure on the lower time frame, what I do is highlight that resistance turn support on that lower time frame, wait for price to actually tap it. Now, once price taps that level, now what I basically do is get my entry levels, yeah, enter there, stop loss a few pips below that low that broke structure to the upside, and then I'm targeting the 1 hour highs. That's the zero of the Fibonacci, or I'm targeting the minus 0.27 whenever I want to be ambitious. Do you understand? So that's a buy. So now let's jump on our charts. Let's take a look at some charts, and then let's see if we can get certain examples. Okay. Let's go to NZD. This is one thing. This is one thing that a lot of people fail to understand. After price dipped yesterday, a lot of people were buying today, and that's one thing with this type of moves in the market. Most times, the retracement are not going to. The retracement is not going to be deep. It's just going to be short, and then price will come back to take out people. All this one is just take out people until price is ready to move wherever it wants to move to. Oh shit. Sign in. Sign in with Google. One second, I had not signed in. Let me sign in. Okay, someone is asking how you can get your entry. So getting your entry, I think, comprises of your zone, first of all. That's the area where you're waiting for price to tap so that you can enter your trade. That's the first one. Then after getting your zone, you have to wait for price to tap that zone so that you can get an entry confirmation. Yeah, you can use Fibonacci or NZD-USD. I even prefer using Fibonacci or NZD-USD, but then lately I've been leaning towards support on resistance, resistance on support. So now let's take a look at this market. Please, guys, pay attention. So if you look at this market now, the structure of this market was more or less price creating a low, more or less a lower high. Then we created a lower low, a lower high. But then price pushed to the downside, failed to create another low, and then went back up to break above the previous lower high. In this case now, looking at this from market structure terms, yeah, price has basically shifted structure. Do you understand? It has basically shifted structure. Okay, someone said, can you add me to your Signal group or charge for it? I'm thinking of starting my Signal group. I've not been active on it really because most times I get my setups and then it's when I'm in profits that I now remember that, oh, I was supposed to send people Signal. Or if it's a loss, then I'll just be like, thank God, so I know send and give them. Do you understand? So I'm still trying to overcome that barrier. Do you understand? But then it's something that I'm looking to start soon. So let's continue. So this whole break of structure to the upside now is more or less price changing structure to an uptrend. Do you understand? In this case now we're shifting. So it's an opportunity for a buy. So now where can we potentially buy here? We have our resistance level here. See this previous high here, that's the resistance level that price actually broke to the upside. Do you understand? So in this case now, what we're looking at is price come back, tap this resistance level, then we should take a buy. Do you understand? So now what we do is just wait for price to tap that level. Okay, someone said I have a serious problem, especially on my lot size on how to know how much I'm risking. So all these ones here is Collins on this call. So I'm going to be writing them down. I think the first one I'm going to take you guys a class on again is Fibonacci retracement. The second one now is this risk management. Do you understand? So I don't forget. So what we're looking for now is for price to come back, tap this level, and then what? Let's get buys to the upside. So let's wait and then see how price behaves. Oh shit. All right, now let me plot my Fibonacci. So plotting Fibonacci from the low to the high. Do you understand? So look at where we're waiting. Okay, it was not Fibonacci we were supposed to use. It was support, resistance turn to support. But then even the Fibonacci level is still at the same point. It's still at the same level. So if you plot our Fibonacci, you see that it's still around, you can see that the 0.618 level is just sitting around that resistance turn to support. So let's wait. Why does it look like it has to retest? Yes, price actually has to come back to retest first before we buy. So let me play it. Let's see. So at this point here, price actually tapped that zone and then rejected to the upside. So now what we do is jump to the 5 minutes time frame. What are we looking for on the 5 minutes time frame? Is shift in market structure. Now, if you take a look at this, you see that we're having sort of like a double bottom here. Do you understand? And those of you that understand market structure, this is more or less a shift. So price tapped here, we created a lower low, a lower high. Failures to create a lower low, and then we broke above. Do you understand? So in this case now, where are we looking to take our buys from? See this area here. This is the high on the lower time frame that price actually broke. So what are we looking for? We're waiting for price to come back and then retest that level on the 5 minutes time frame. So see something. See the 1 hour zone we highlighted. See it down here. That's the zone where price tapped and then rejected to the upside. So it's the same thing. We're waiting for price to come back, tap here again, and then let's get buys to the upside. So let's see if actually price came back. So our entry point is going to be at this zone here. Stop loss a few pips below. And then we're targeting the 1 hour high. So 1 hour high, 1 hour high, 1 hour high. Let me drag this chart down. 1 hour high is up here. So if you cannot figure out the 1 hour high on this 5 minutes time frame here, just go back to the 1 hour time frame and then look for it. Do you understand? So now let me play this and then let's see if price came back to tap that zone. Wow. Price is acting all crazy. Oh, price actually came back down, but then it's refusing to tap. Oh shit. Price now actually tapped the zone, but then went back, up. So in this case now, if you're actually looking for that entry confirmation here, you would actually miss it because price refused to come back and then tap our zone. So now let's take a look at another example. There are multiple examples in the market. Let's look at another example. Okay, someone is saying something. Are you going to plot your fib on the lower time frame? No, you are not going to plot your fib on the lower time frame again. You plot it on the 1 hour time frame. Okay, let's take a look at this example. So now if you take a look at this market, you see that price actually pushed to the downside. We created more or less a lower low, a lower high. Price pushed back down, failed to create a lower low, and then we basically broke above. Do you understand? And then we created more or less a higher high. Price shifted structure to the upside. So, one sec. Now, if we're going to use our resistance to support, look at our resistance here that price broke. And if we want to plot our Fibonacci, we'll plot it from the low to the high. You can see that I'm plotting the Fibonacci on the 1 hour time frame. If it's an uptrend market, where are we plotting our Fibonacci from? Like I said, from the most recent higher low to the higher high. Just like I plotted, you're starting from down and then following the direction of the market, basically. I have an issue with forcing trades. Sometimes I come to the market and don't see my setup, but I would just want to force something. How can I stop it? 1 sec, let me finish this. I'm going to answer that. I'll basically give you my own perspective. So now, let's wait and then see as price taps inside this zone. Good. So at this point where price tap this zone now, we're dropping to our 5 minutes time frame. What are we looking for now? 5 minutes time frame, a shift in market structure. Shit, I can't rewind up to that point. Let me get another currency pair, AUD USD. So let's look at this market here. So if you look at this, you see that price basically created like a double bottom here, and then we shifted to an uptrend. Do you understand? So if we're going to plot our Fibonacci in this case, now it's going to be from the low to the high. Do you understand? After that, what are we waiting for? Price come back, tap that zone, so we get buys to the upside. So let's wait and then see as price tapped the 0.618. So at this point where price tapped the 0.618, we're dropping to our 5 minutes time frame. What are we looking for on our 5 minutes time frame? We're looking for a shift in market structure, which price has not done at this point. So let's wait and then see if we actually got that shift in market structure. Good. So see, look at this here. If you look at this market, you see that price was creating lower low, lower high. Do you understand? Another lower low. Instead of price to create lower high, now price just went up and then broke that previous lower high to the upside. So look at the point where price broke. See this level here. It just broke it a little bit. But then at this point where price breaks this level, what we're doing now is basically jumping on the trade. That's our entry confirmation. The downtrend has failed. Do you understand? So we're waiting for price to come back to retest, which this red candlestick already did. Do you understand? Immediately that green candlestick broke that level, you are jumping on the trade. Stop loss a few pips below the move where the move actually started to the upside. Then we're targeting the 1 hour highs. 1 hour highs up here. Do you understand? I don't know if you guys are getting this thing. It's quite simple. As price tapped our zone, you see that we're doing series of lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. But immediately price tapped our zone. Instead of price to do lower low, lower high, price basically went up to break the previous lower high. Do you understand? That's a confirmation that the buyers actually want to start. The reason we're looking for this confirmation is not just that we want to suffer ourselves. We're looking for a confirmation that this level that I want to buy from. Do you understand? Price, show me a sign that you're actually going to buy from here. It's simply that. Are you guys getting this gist?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. We follow you.
No, I don't understand. Please.
What I'm saying is that we have a zone where we're looking to buy. Do you understand? Price has tapped that zone. And on the 5 minutes time frame, before price tapped that zone, what price was doing was a downtrend. Do you understand? A downtrend, remember, a downtrend is what? A seller's market. But then we're looking to buy. Price has tapped our zone. Now, instead of sellers to continue their market, price started shifting structure to an uptrend. Do you understand? That's to tell you that this level I want to buy from, I'm not the only person that is buying from here. Other buyers still are trying to enter this same market at this point. Do you guys understand? So now, if you observe this structure here, this structure we're using as an example, you see that price was creating, see, lower low, lower high, lower low. Immediately tap this our 1 hour zone. That's the 0.618 level. One sec. Immediately tap that area. What price did was break above the previous lower high. Do you understand? So now, in this case, now price has given us a sign that it wants to start shifting for buys. That's why we're entering. So we're highlighting that level that price broke. Price come back and retest it, basically. So if you look at this, you see that price actually came back, tapped that area, and then we basically started pushing back up again. So you can see that from here, price started doing series of higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Do you understand? The uptrend has basically started on the 5 minutes time frame. But then on the 1 hour time frame now, it's just one move to the upside. Do you guys understand? So the whole system is just very simple. We are getting a zone on the 1 hour time frame. After getting that zone, once price taps that zone, we are dropping to the to the 5 minutes time frame to basically look for an entry confirmation. And what's that entry confirmation? A shift in market structure. It's basically it. Do you guys understand? So let me illustrate a sell scenario for you guys, and then we'll basically jump on our charts to look at sell examples. Are you going to hold the trade till you reach your target regardless of the retracement which is coming? Yes, now that retracement now, see as we're on the 1 hour time frame, can you see that retracement now you are not seeing it? It's just one move to the upside. Okay, yeah, I candlestick confirmations. I know candlestick confirmations. For a while, I was using candlestick confirmations, but then how will I put it? It's more or less a personal preference. I know candlestick confirmations work. There are times where market structure confirmations will not work, but then candlestick confirmations will work. The thing with trading is you just have to find your demon and then just pick it. If you want to use both of them, you end up losing money in the process. So it's just better to pick one and then just stick to it. So for a downtrend where we're having series of lower lows, lower highs, yeah, whenever price breaks a certain level, I'm basically highlighting my zone. Do you understand? And please, I just want to say this out there, yeah, for those that are watching this video and then will be like, oh, I'm not doing top-down analysis. Please, I start my analysis from the 4 hour time frame. Do you understand? So let's say the 4 hour is bearish. If you come to the 1 hour time frame, it's still going to be bearish. So we get our bearish zone. Do you understand? So what we're doing now is what? Waiting for price to go back, tap that level, and then we look for an entry confirmation on the 5 minutes time frame. What's that entry confirmation? A shift in market structure to the downside. So now on the 5 minutes time frame, now if you go, you see all this move to the upside now, it's going to be an uptrend. Now, as price has tapped this our zone, now we want this uptrend to fail so that a downtrend can what? Start. Do you understand? Now, once that uptrend fails, now we're highlighting our support onto resistance, waiting for price to go back to tap. Now, the moment price taps that zone, we're entering our sell at that level. Stop loss a few pips above the zone that basically shifted structure, and then we're targeting the 1 hour lows. So in other words, you refer to change of character confirmation. Okay, wait. You refer to change of character confirmation. So, oh, are you saying prefer? Yeah, I prefer actually the shift in market story. In this case, change of character, like you said, to candlestick confirmations. So I have serious problems, especially on my lot size, on how to know how much I'm risking. Like I said, I am going to attend to that. Do you understand? I'll do another session specially to treat that with you guys. So let's jump on our charts and then let's look at a downtrend scenario. Let's see. Yes, sell markets day. I think I saw someone enter the USD. All these downtrends I'm seeing that they are using news to basically
How about you?
let's check AUD. Just to be clear, the change of character you wait for on the 5 minutes time frame is a double bottom, then a retest to buy, or a double top, then a retest to sell. Yes, something like that. Sorry. Um, How am I finding it hard seeing a setup that we can basically use? Let's do gold. Let me see. Gold always surprises me sometimes. Okay, good. So let's take a look at this gold setup. Let's see if we actually got that entry confirmation. So now, if you look at this market, you see that price was actually in a downtrend. Price basically pushed down. We created a lower low, lower high, and then another lower low. Do you understand? So in this case now, we're looking for a sell. So if I'm going to plot my Fibonacci in this case now, I'll plot it from the most recent lower high, here to the most recent lower low, which is down here. Do you understand? What am I waiting for? Price go back, tap the 0.618 level, and then sell to the downside. So let's see if price actually went back. What if it touches your zone, but if there's no change of character on the 5 minutes time frame, you're not entering your trade? Now let's see. Good. So at this point where price tapped at 0.618 level, we drop to our 5 minutes time frame. What are we looking for on the 5 minutes time frame? Is shift in market structure. So see, there was basically an uptrend on that 5 minutes time frame. So let's see. So go to the 1 hour time frame. Okay, so now let me play it and then let's see if I actually got a shift in market structure. Well, sort of, we actually had this whole sort of a shift in market structure here. Price came back, we broke this level to the downside here. Do you understand? This level here, we broke it to the downside. And then you can see that almost immediately, price went back to tap that level. So as price broke to the downside, we went back to tap it. This point where we tap that level now is going to be our entry level. Then stop loss will be a few pips above this high here, that high that broke structure to the downside. Then we target the 1 hour low down here. So it's more or less like a 1 to 4 hour trade, which is not really encouraging, but then it's manageable. So what we need to do now is just wait and then see how price basically plays out. So you can see that after price went back to retest that level, we basically sold to the downside. So that's basically it. The strategy is just very, very simple. Do you understand? So I'll be hosting another session, I think subsequently after this, but for the video sake, I'm going to be ending it here. The session is going to end here. So I'm going to host another one on Telegram now. We'll basically take questions and then we'll call it a night. So for those that are watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe to the page. That's basically it. So good night, guys.